Hello, this is Storybooks channel. New videos are posted every day. Subscribe and click the bell.
Charles, please think carefully. Barbara tried to talk some sense into her wayward son. She would never be the same. Why would you waste your life on a woman with a disfigured face? And the children? You'll want children someday, won't you? Don't you think they'll be afraid or embarrassed of their mother? They'll be teased if they see them with a mother like that. Son, I know you're being noble, but think of what's in store for you. You'll be tied to her for life. Mom, what are you talking about? Charles said with a wince, you can always get plastic surgery. Medicine today can put a person's face back together. We'll find the best clinic. I'll spare nothing for Monica. How much will the operation cost? Where will you get the money? You'll have to sell your apartment, and where will you live? Why would you put such a burden on yourself? Please cancel the wedding. Do you want me to kneel down? The woman hugged her son. Don't ruin your destiny, I beg you. How will you live with her? She's ugly. You won't be able to go out with her. Everyone will laugh at you. It's totally reckless to get involved with a woman like that. But I love her. Charles cried out. Don't you understand? Love? To hell with that kind of love. You'll find someone else. I don't need anyone else but her. I'll marry her anyway, no matter what she is. You have no right to forbid it. What's the world coming to an end with her? Look around, there are so many girls around, and you're so handsome. Anyone would be happy to marry you. Spare my nerves. Don't make any hasty decisions. Think it over. Things happen in life. If the wedding doesn't take place, the world won't collapse. You don't owe this girl anything. But it's my fault Monica's like this. How am I supposed to live with that? You don't know how I feel when I look at her. If I leave her now, who am I supposed to think I am afterwards? I've never been a scoundrel. You want me to betray her? Abandon her in her hour of need? You have pity in you, says your mother, and she's a bad counselor. First of all, you must think of yourself and me. I am your family. You'll have many women in your life, but only one mother. Are you trying to drive me to my grave? Barbara clutched at her heart. Ungrateful, selfish. To think he'd trade his mother for some girl. Maybe she's bewitched you. What are you talking about? Do you hear yourself? This is the 21st century. How else can you explain the fact that you value your own mother less than a stranger? Monica was on her way back from the treatment room. She was in a hurry because her fiancé was waiting for her in the room. She purred softly to herself, a simple melody. Her heart was overflowing with tenderness for her fiancé. She was already gripping the handle of the slightly open door when suddenly she heard, "Mother!" Charles looked at his mother in despair. "Don't make me choose. You know I love you very much, but Monica means a lot to me too. If you love me, if you care about me, then give up the idea of marrying her. I think she must realize that there can be nothing between you now. I will never accept her, and I will curse her if you do bring her into our home." The girl, holding her breath, waited to see what the bridegroom would say. He was silent for a moment, then a heavy sigh was heard. "Yes, Mom, I think you're right. I need to think about it. I'm glad you listened to my opinion. Remember, a mother would never do anything to harm her child. I care about you, about your future. It's good that Monica can't hear us talking. I have to find the right words so as not to hurt her too much. Oh, son!" There were tears in Barbara's voice. "How thoughtful you are." Monica stood silently with her back against the wall, tears choking her. "Charles, a friend once suggested, I recently discovered a cozy cafe. You should like it. Would you like to come over on Friday after work?" "Why not? It's been a long time since we've met for no reason. In the evening, The friends went to the cafe. "How do you like it here?" asked a friend. They had already ordered and were talking softly. "Yes, cozy. There are few customers and the food is decent." "Wait, the biggest surprise is coming up." He winked mysteriously. Suddenly the room was alive, chairs were moving, and his friend nodded toward the stage. Charles followed his gaze and marveled. A girl came to the microphone. She was incredibly beautiful, dark, thick hair, brown eyes framed by thick lashes, thin waist, and sensual lips. Music played and the stranger sang. Her high, strong voice penetrated the deepest depths of the heart, the most secret corners of the soul. Charles got goosebumps from her singing. "Who is it?" Charles could only say, he was so emotional he was speechless. "Monica." He grinned, noticing the gleam in the young man's eyes. A voice of astonishing beauty. "Would you like me to introduce you to her?" "No, really?" Charles was embarrassed. "It's embarrassing." "Well, as you know, I wouldn't miss a girl like that unless I was already head over heels in love." Meanwhile, the stranger finished singing and the audience stood up to applaud her. The friends sat for a while longer, but Monica did not go on stage again that evening. Charles was conquered by the angelic voice of the singer. Secretly from his friend, he began to come to the cafe to enjoy Monica's singing. He tried to have time to take a table closer to the stage so that no one prevented him from admiring the girl. After each performance, he gave her flowers and soft toys. Monica. It was a month before Charles decided to approach her. "May I invite you to a table and offer you a glass of wine?" "I don't drink alcohol, but I would love a glass of water." The girl replied with a smile. She had paid attention to this man for a long time. She did not show it, but she secretly sighed for him, regretting that he was too timid. The young man pushed back a chair, inviting her to sit down, and he called the waiter and asked for water for the lady. "You sing very beautifully," Charles said, overcoming his embarrassment. "I've never heard such a wonderful voice in my life." "Is that why you come here every Friday?" "Yes, I come for you because I like you." "Can I order something for you?" "Thank you, but I'm in a hurry to get home. Will you let me walk you home?" Monica nodded in agreement. The young man was glad, paid the waiter, and left the cafe after the girl. "I live nearby," she explained. "It's very convenient. You don't have to adapt to transportation." "Did you study singing somewhere?" "Yes, I did, at the Institute of Culture at the Faculty of Vocal Arts." "You have real talent." "Talent is 50% of everyday work, and the rest is a gift from above." "What it took for me to succeed. You must have had a great future." "Why did you give up the big stage?" "It wasn't just to sing in this cafe, was it?" "I can't believe this is what you dreamed of." "You're right," Monica admitted. "I had a successful solo career ahead of me, but one day, on a friend's birthday, we went to a karaoke. There I was persuaded to sing in public for the first time. I was accepted warmly. The audience did not let go for a long time and asked to sing again. And it was then that I realized that the big stage is not for me. I'm panic-stricken of performing in front of a large audience, so after I got my diploma, I got a job in this cafe." "Why here?" "There's probably a more popular place in town, and the pay is probably different." "What's special about it?" "I like the band of musicians. They have been entertaining visitors for a long time. Live music, sang, they liked it, and so it went. I don't regret staying here at all. Everyone treats me well. The owner of the cafe must have been happy to hire you." "Yes," Monica laughed. "He had more customers. Everyone came to hear me sing. I've been watching you for a month. You have your own fans who come to hear you sing all the time." "Are you one of them?" "Yes, I couldn't wait till Friday to see you again. I'll admit, I've never seen that before. You're an amazing girl, and here's my house." Monica stopped. "I hate to part with you," disappointedly said the young man. "I would like to invite you to the movies." "A movie?" The girl smiled. "Why not? Have you forgotten the last time you were in a movie theater?" Charles and Monica started dating. Their quiet, calm relationship gradually grew into love, and 3 years later, the young man decided to take a serious step. "Where are we going?" cheerfully asked Monica of Charles, noticing that instead of going home, the evening was approaching, directed the car to the countryside. "It's a surprise." Smiling, the man replied. He quickly cast a glance at his lover. The evening was lovely, the sky was clear, and the air was fresh. "Here we are." He stopped the car and helped Monica get out. "It's so beautiful." The girl gasped. "How did you find this place?" They stopped on the beach, the golden sand glistening in the setting sun, as if there were specks of gold scattered among its grains of sand, invisible during the day. "This is where my friends and I used to swim as children." From prying eyes, the beach was enclosed by a stone fence. They drove around the fence, and Monica shrieked in amazement. "What is this?" Sunset in the rays of the sun flew pour plan, not a cloud was visible. Suddenly, on the blue blanket of clear sky, there was a white image of a heart. "My God, what a beauty!" Monica jumped, clapping her hands like a little girl. "How could this be?" "These are my friends." Smiling, Charles replied. Monica didn't know how to declare my love. The man turned the girl to himself and looked into her eyes. "This is the most wonderful declaration of love." Monica said quietly, "Thank you." "Monica?" Charles grew serious. "I love you and I want you to be my wife." He took out a small velvet box from his jacket pocket, opened it, and a modest ring with a garnet appeared to the delighted girl. "Will you marry me?" "Yes," she answered in a trembling voice, putting the ring on her ring finger. "I've always dreamed of a ring like this." Tears glistened in the eyes of the happy bride. "How touching, my love." She put her arms around Charles and kissed him. "I was afraid you wouldn't agree." The young man pulled away from her. He took a step to the side and from somewhere in the pile of stones took out a bouquet of flowers. "I want us to never part with you again. I want to spend the rest of my life admiring you. I want our children to be like you. How can I refuse you when you've made all this beauty for me? You gave me such a beautiful fall sunset. You don't see that in the city." Meanwhile, the sun was sinking below the horizon, and the river was cool. Monica shivered. "Are you cold?" Charles asked thoughtfully, putting his arm around the girl's shoulders. "Let's go home. I want to celebrate the engagement soon, and there's another surprise waiting for us." The young people stood for a while longer, watching the paragliders in the sky. It's a pity that the image of the heart disappeared so quickly. Monica was upset. "We will definitely come back here," the man promised. "And if you want, we can go up into the sky ourselves." They got into the car and drove home. "You've made a real holiday for me today," Monica exclaimed. They almost didn't get into the apartment. "When did you get here?" She gasped when she saw the table set. In the center of the table stood a huge bouquet of roses. It wasn't difficult at all, Charles grinned, helping the girl to sit down at the table. One phone call, card payment, and dinner was on the table. "You're a spender." Monica laughed. "I don't spare anything for you." Raising his wine glass, the man said, "I am the happiest man today because the woman I have loved for a long time said yes to me. What else is there to dream about? It makes me happy to give you gifts. You admire them so sincerely." I love you. I love you very much. Monica, looking at him with eyes full of adoration. I don't know how I ever lived without you. You're the most precious thing I have. It's so nice to have met you. We should think about getting married, but first I want you to meet my mom. Charles suddenly announced. Now that I've proposed to you, it's a must. Besides, Mom's been dying to see you for a long time. I have to go on a business trip for a couple of months, and I'll come back and we'll get together. I'm sure you two will be friends. Mom's a wonderful woman. She only has one flaw. She loves me too much. He laughed. What if she didn't like me? That can't happen. If I like you, Mom will like you too. Don't worry, I'm sure you'll get along. Monica was counting the days until the return of her lover. She was anxious to meet his mother. One evening, the doorbell rang. Her heart jumped with happiness. Charles had arrived. Darling, I'm back, the man announced, standing on the threshold with a bouquet of flowers. I missed you so much. When I close my eyes, I see you. He stepped into the apartment, opened the girl's arms. And me. Trustingly, embracing her lover, she replied. I even marked the days in the calendar to bring our meeting closer. Let's not be apart for so long. It depends, but I'll try to be near you more often. Christmas is coming soon, the man informed freely, sitting down on the couch. I want to offer you a little trip. How would you feel about celebrating the holiday in Finland? I have the ticket in my pocket. He waved the ticket in front of her. Do you mind? What do you mean? Monica got excited. I never even dreamed of such a trip. I've never been abroad. But tomorrow my mom is expecting us for dinner. No refusal is accepted. She is preparing, and if you refuse, she will be offended. You don't want to upset your future mother-in-law, do you? No, what do you mean? I'd love to meet her, agreed the girl. She was anxious. She didn't know how her future mother-in-law would feel about her. In the morning I'll pick you up by car. We'll go in advance. Mom does not like it when late. And the weather promises not for walks. That day it was freezing in the morning, even though it had rained the day before. Slippery, Monica remarked worriedly, looking at the glistening crust of ice that covered the road. It's nothing, her fiancé reassured her. There is enough time. We won't hurry. The road is a road. Here and there, they got into traffic jams. They had to ride in the traffic. We are indecently late. The man frowned. Mom won't be happy. I didn't want to earn a reproach on the first day of our acquaintance. But it's not our fault there are so many accidents on the road. Monica was careful. She's a smart woman. She'll understand everything correctly, and on the contrary, she'll praise us for being careful. Try explaining that to Mom. Watching the road carefully, Charles said worriedly. She doesn't tolerate delays. Finally, we're on the highway. Relieved, the man sighed. Now we can step on the gas a little more. There are not many cars, and if we hurry, we can make it in time for lunch. Charles, please don't hurry. Monica tried to stop him. Look, the road is slippery. I'm afraid. You're not. The man waved his hand nonchalantly. I have a front-wheel drive beauty. Will not let you down. Even if it skids, a little more gas will level itself. Listen, he asked the girl. Get some water. It's behind my seat. My mouth is dry. Monica unbuckled her seatbelt. She couldn't get it any other way. At that moment, the car swerved. Hold on. Charles shouted fearfully, trying to straighten the car, but the car was out of control. It won't listen to me. Charles! The girl watched in horror as the car swerved from side to side on the road. Do something. We're going to crash. Slow down. It happened in an instant. They were thrown to the side of the road. Charles tried to avoid hitting the tree, but the impact couldn't be avoided. There was debris flying. Monica was thrown through the windshield. Charles' airbag deployed. He lost consciousness for a while, his head hitting the door. People were already running to their aid. "Kid?" Charles heard someone's voice. "Are you alive? We're going to get you now. Are your arms and legs okay? Say something." "Monica?" The man spoke slowly. "Monica, is she alive? I had a girl with me. How is she? What's wrong with her? Tell me, what's wrong with Monica?" "She's alive, but the girl's unlucky. Her face was shredded by shrapnel. They're giving her first aid now. Hang on, kid. The ambulance is on its way." They helped him out of the car. Charles leaned back against the car, clutched his head. He was dizzy, but staggering, he reached the place where his fiancée was lying. Doctors were busy around her. "Darling." Charles fell on his knees in front of the girl, crying, grabbed her hand and brought it to his lips, kissing her. "Forgive me. I was a fool not to listen to you. I'm sorry." "What have I done?" With fear thought the man, looking at the disfigured, deep cuts on the face of his bride. "It's not her. It can't be my Monica. Is this mess the face of my beloved? Is it my fault she's become like this? She'll never forgive me. God, there's no forgiveness for me. I can't feel my face." Barely moving her lips, the girl said. Charles, hearing her voice, realized that in front of him, covered in blood, really lay Monica. "You can't talk at all right now, and neither can you, young man." With a stern look at Charles, the doctor said, treating the wounds, "It wouldn't hurt to come with us. You look very pale." "I'm fine. You're just in shock. You should be under observation for a while. Can you walk on your own?" Yes, I'll come with you." "Monica, I'm with you. Don't worry, love, I'll be right here." "Who is this girl?" "She's my fiancée." "Monica, my darling, everything will be all right." Hurriedly reassured the man, sitting next to her in the car, he tried not to look at her. "Charles?" Monica asked in a whisper. "What's wrong with my face? Tell me the truth." "I don't know. It's bandaged. You'll be fine, they'll fix you up." "Don't say anything, you mustn't worry. We'll go to the hospital, they'll fix it. Just hold on. I can't feel my face. It hurts so much." She cried and fell into darkness. Monica slowly opened her eyes. "Well done." She heard a cheerful male voice beside her. "She's awake. You gave us quite a scare." "What's wrong with me?" slowly asked the girl. It was hard for her to look at the man leaning toward her. "Am I in the hospital?" "You have a concussion." The doctor was silent. "Your face and hands were the worst affected. Do you remember the accident?" She raised her hands. They were bandaged. Monica brought them to her face, touched them, and cried out in pain. "Yes, I remember. It was slippery. We lost control. And when you take the bandage off, I want to see my face." "In a couple days." The doctor's been quiet again. "Then we can assess the extent of the damage and decide what to do next. We'll need plastic surgery, and I think we'll need more than one. We'll do what we can. My face, is it badly damaged? Will I have any scars? Tell me, I want to know the truth. I don't want to lie to you, but you'll never be the same as you were before the accident. I'm sorry. The cuts from the glass were too deep. We'd, of course, stitched you up, but the scars, they must be dealt with. Nothing is impossible today," the doctor reassured her. "Now you know what kind of technology. They'll put you back on your feet in no time." The girl's eyes showed tears. "Where is my phone?" She asked in a weak voice. "I need to call my mom. She's worried. I should have told her a long time ago that we'd reached the guests." And Charles? Suddenly the girl asked. How is he? I want to see him. Is he here too? He's already home. He's lucky. He's practically unhurt, just shocked from the impact. The doctor handed her the phone. Wouldn't you rather worry about yourself? All right, I'll leave you to it. He's on his way out of the room. Don't talk too long. You should get more rest. When the door closed behind him, Monica dialed her mother's number. Mommy, with tears in her voice, the girl said. Monica heard her mother's frightened voice in the phone. Why can't I reach you? Where have you disappeared? How can you make me worry? I almost went crazy with worry. I don't know where to find you. You didn't leave an address. Where are you? Mommy, please come. I'm very sick. I'm in the hospital. She heard her mother cry out. Then there was a short beep. Monica. A couple hours later, Betty was at her daughter's house. Oh, my darling, how could it be? She wailed when she saw her daughter. She sat down on the edge of the bed, took her bandaged hands in her own, and kissed them. What happened? Barely holding back tears, she asked. Mommy. The girl spoke quietly. Charles and I were on our way to visit his mother, and the car skidded. She fell silent, then grinned crookedly. Am I very ugly? No, you're not, my dear. Betty gently stroked her face hidden under the bandages and smiled. You're the prettiest. You're my daughter. Her mother's heart was bleeding and sobs were ready to burst from her chest, but she held on. I have no right to show weakness in front of my daughter. I must be strong, the woman thought. She needs my help now, not my tantrums. The doctor said that surgery would be necessary, but it would have to be paid for. He said it can be fixed. We'll do it. Don't worry. We'll find the money, and Charles will help. Where is he, by the way? What about him you haven't called? He's only got a mild concussion and some minor cuts, but he's okay. He just needs some time to recover. Get his car fixed. He hasn't called yet, but I'm really looking forward to it. Well, all right. Betty's up. I'm going to go. The doctor said not to stay long, and I'll come back tomorrow. She leaned over and kissed her daughter. Get well. Don't miss me. I love you. The woman left the room and went to the doctor's office. Doctor, tell me, how is Monica's condition? What should I prepare for? I must admit, I can't give you much hope. The cuts are deep, and I'd be more concerned about her mental state. She has yet to realize that her appearance is irretrievably lost. I think your biggest challenges lie ahead. Raise the money for the surgery and be patient. There's a lot riding on this, including you. It will be a terrible blow for her to see herself. Grief-stricken, Betty walked out of the office, tears choking her. She left the hospital, sank down on a park bench without strength, and finally gave vent to her tears. My poor, poor girl, she thought. How unlucky she is. She won't be able to go on stage now. It would kill her. No way. The woman wiped her tears. I'll do anything to get my daughter back to her normal face, no matter how much money it costs. Determined, she drove home. Son. Barbara blocked her son's path. Where are you going? The doctor said to stay in bed a little longer. Mom, I have to go to the hospital. Monica's waiting for me. I can't hide like a coward. You can't go. The woman was frantic. You need to rest. Are you kidding me? Concussion. Look at you. You're still so weak. I won't let you in. Mom, you can see I'm perfectly fine. I should be with her. It's been 2 days and I'm still lying around. She's waiting for me. She doesn't even know what's wrong with me. She's poor, alone. She's not alone. Pushing her son back to the bed, Barbara said. There are doctors and nurses looking after her. I'm the one looking after you here, and I'm very concerned about your health, and I don't care about your Monica. Get back to bed right now. Mom, I'm fine. I'm healthy now. I want to see Monica. She needs my support. You can't stop me from going to see my fiancé, who I haven't even met yet. We were just on our way over to meet you. Charles sank down on the bed, wrapped his arms around his head. When the accident happened, and it wasn't our fault that it happened. Listen, Mom. He jumped to his feet. I have to be there for her. She needs me. She thinks God knows what she thinks of me. She'll say I've given up, and I'm sitting at home, healthy and strong, while she's still in the hospital. You can't stop me. I'm going to her. That's the way it is. The woman chin up. I'm coming with you, and I'm going to meet this girl. I won't let you go alone, and don't mind. What if you get sick? Why would you go there? She'll feel uncomfortable around you. Let's wait until Monica's out of the hospital. We'll get together at the table like we planned. I still have to get the tickets. We're not going to Finland now, and I've been looking forward to spending Christmas night in a small town in a medieval fortress. It's so romantic. There will be more romantic encounters in your life. Not anytime soon. The man became sad. By the way, you could go there alone. That's not a bad idea. You'll recover from all this horror, forget it like a bad dream. How could I ever forget Monica's face? You don't know what happened to it. He squeezed his eyes shut, remembering the bloody bride. I can't believe all this happened to us. Don't torture yourself. It's already happened, and there's nothing you can do about it. You have to go on living. There's nothing wrong with you, and she'll be fine. Mom, if you could see her, she's never going to get better. I have to support her. Poor thing, she doesn't know what's ahead of her. I don't mind, just on my terms. So, what? We go to the hospital together. Otherwise, I won't let you out of the apartment. Don't talk me out of it. Okay, Mom, we'll go together. My son gave in. Monica was dozing. She heard the door creak softly and opened her eyes. Hello, darling. She heard her fiancé's voice. I'm sorry I couldn't visit you sooner. Charles. The girl rejoiced and stood up on the bed. I've been waiting for you to come to me. It's very boring here without you. Lie down, lie down. A young man came to her and lowered himself down beside her. Help me, please, Monica asked. Put a pillow under her back. Sitting down, she asked, How are you feeling? I was really worried about you. You didn't call. You didn't come. I didn't know what was wrong. I'm fine. I wasn't really hurt. I feel fine now. Nothing and not good. Barbara jumped in. He's a victim of the accident, too, but he's trying not to show it. He barely woke up and came straight to the hospital to see you. Monica, meet my mom. Embarrassed by his mother's cold tone, Charles said, Nice to meet you. The girl said quietly, It's a pity we had to meet under such sad circumstances. Barbara said calmly, But I was eager to see the girl my son had told me so much about. What do the doctors say, sweetheart? They say it's going to require plastic surgery. I'm sorry to hear that. I sympathize with Barbara. But you're young, you'll like yourself. When it heals, you'll be as good as new. Monica nodded in agreement, but she kept her eyes on her fiancé. I'm feeling fine now, so I'll come to see you more often, Charles promised. Then you'll get your stitches out and come home. And our wedding? The girl stuttered. The wedding will have to be postponed. Charles looked at her guiltily. I'm sorry about that, but don't worry, we'll be fine. The main thing is to get you out of the hospital as soon as possible. Monica? A nurse came into the room. Let's go to the treatment room. She helped the patient up. I'll do the dressing. Will you wait for me? Monica asked me in a pleading tone. Will you stay with me a little longer? Yes, Charles nodded. Don't worry, I won't leave. Come back soon. As Monica was led away, Barbara turned on her son. What wedding are you talking about? Don't even think about it. I didn't raise you to spend the rest of your days with an invalid. What are you talking about, Mom? Charles was outraged. Monica, not an invalid. We'll operate on her, and more than one if necessary, and she'll be just like she was before. Haven't you realized yet that she won't be the same? You're gonna spend the rest of your life working on her plastic surgery. Your father should hear you now, she cried. How much do I miss him? You don't cherish and appreciate me at all. How can you do this to your mother? Why am I being punished like this? Are you going to ruin yourself for some girl? My father and I hoped that we'd be supported in our old age, but you are ungrateful. Don't be silly. Charles hugged his mother. I'm very grateful to you for being faithful to your father all your life. You think he didn't see how hard it was for you? Yes, you were 7 when your father was gone. I raised you alone. It's so beautiful to see how handsome you've become. Tall, slender, blue-eyed, and even in high school, girls followed you in droves. Look around, and there are so many beautiful girls, healthy, full of strength. Choose anyone. I don't want any others. Charles was stubborn. I want to marry Monica. She'll get well, and you'll see what a wonderful person she is. You stubborn, soulless son. Mother was angry. She is not your wife yet, but she has already come between us, and yet I have never wanted anything for you. I have lived for you, and now in my old age, I find out that some girl is dearer to me than my mother. Did I think I'd live to see such black ingratitude for my favorite son? No, Mother. In despair, Charles exclaimed, You are both dear to me. She will cost us dearly. Why are you clinging to her? You want to lay your life, your career on the altar of love? Will she appreciate it? I know the kind of girl who'll use it and spit it out. How long does she have to be in therapy? A year, 2 years. I want to have grandchildren, she cried. I don't know how long I have left in this world. Will she be able to give birth to a healthy heir? I beg you, son, don't ruin yourself. Do you want us to pay her money to leave you alone? What do you need her for? But it's my fault that Monica has become like you don't understand. I can't eat. I can't sleep. I can't sleep. I have nightmares at night with her bloody face in front of me. I must stay with her. It's the pity in you. Mother objected. She's a bad counselor. First of all, you must think of yourself and me. I'm your family. You'll have many women in your life, but only one mother. Are you trying to drive me to my grave? Barbara clutched at her heart. Ungrateful. Monica was coming back from the evil office. She was in a hurry to see her fiancé. Her heart was singing. She longed to be with him a little longer. The presence of his mother was a disappointment, for from the first moment, it was clear that she did not approve of her son's choice. But even this circumstance did not prevent the girl from rejoicing at the long-awaited meeting. She had already taken the handle, slightly at the open door, as suddenly heard. Mom. Charles spoke in desperation. Don't make me choose. You know I love you very much, and I realize that I owe you everything. If you love me, if you care about me, give up the idea of marrying Monica. I think she must realize that there can be nothing between you now. Barbara's cold tone struck a chord with the girl. I'll never accept her, and I'll curse you if you dare to bring her into the house. That girl will make our life unbearable and drive me to my grave before my time. If you don't care what happens to us, then marry her. But be warned, I won't help you. And you're still broke. You'll come to your mother, and I won't give my blessing. Live as you like." Monica, holding her breath, waited to see what the groom would say. He was silent. Then a heavy sigh was heard. "Yes, Mom, I think you're right. We must weigh everything carefully. I'm glad you listened to my opinion. My darling boy, believe me, I have only your welfare in mind. It's a good thing Monica can't hear us. I must find the right words to explain everything and try not to hurt too much." "Oh, son," there were tears in Barbara's voice. "How thoughtful are you?" Monica stood with her back against the cold wall, tears choking her. The talking had stopped. She opened the door. "I'm back." The girl tried to give her voice her usual cheerfulness and pretended she hadn't heard anything. "Thank you for waiting for me, but the treatments were so tiring. I'd like to rest." "Excuse me, can you leave me alone?" "Yes, yes." Charles hurried off, pleased to be able to leave. "Rest, sleep is the best medicine for you now. I'll definitely come again when the doctors say it's okay. We'll walk with you in the park. The hospital has a great park. Get well, my dear," Barbara said in an indifferent tone. She looked triumphantly at her daughter-in-law who had failed. She had won the battle for her son. Charles never came to the hospital again. I want to look at myself in the mirror. It was a long time before the sick woman decided to ask the doctor, "Are you sure you're ready for this step?" "I'll have to do it someday anyway, so let it be now. Lisa, bring the mirror into the room and take off the bandages." Monica closed her eyes, gathering her strength, then resolutely opened them and saw her reflection. "Is that me?" Horrified, she asked. Tears welled up in her eyes. A stranger was staring back at her, her face disfigured by scars. One eye was half covered, pulled down by a scar. Another scar fixed the corner of her mouth with a downward slope. The face wasn't alive, as if someone had pulled an intimidating mask over it. Monica moaned helplessly, covering her face with her palms. She scratched at her skin with her fingers as if she wanted to peel it off. "How am I going to live with a face like this? I'm ugly." She threw her face on the pillow and sobbed, collashmally pounding her fists on the bed. "She's hysterical. Give her a sedative immediately." The doctor ordered, but he grabbed Monica, turned her around, and hugged her tightly, not letting her break free. She was sobbing and could not stop. The robe on the doctor's chest became wet from her tears. It's okay, girl," he pleaded with Monica. "You can handle it. You're strong. The main thing is that you're alive. Why should I live like this? Don't you see what's become of me? I'm disgusted with myself, and how will the people around me look at me? Charles? My poor Charles. He was right. I'm ugly. I can't be loved. He was right to leave me." A nurse came and took a sedative. After a few minutes, the girl quieted down, sobbed convulsively a few times, and collapsed in the man's arms. "Everything will be all right," said the doctor, putting the patient to bed. He ineptly stroked her head, saying, "Everything will get better. Plastic surgeries will do their job and fix her face." But it would never be the same again. As she fell asleep, Monica said, secretly from her mother, Charles found out when Monica was being discharged from the hospital and came to meet her. He was in a hurry, holding a huge bouquet of flowers. Where? When he entered the room, he saw a nurse rearranging the bed where the girl had been lying a short time ago. Monica was discharged. Without stopping what she was doing, the nurse said, "You're late. You should have come earlier." "What about you, fiancé?" "I didn't have time," Charles said, confused. He turned around and wanted to leave. "She left a letter for you there." He heard behind him. "A letter?" Where is it?" The girl silently took an envelope out of her pocket and handed it to him. "Take it." The man handed her a bouquet. "This is for you, thank you." He walked out of the hospital into the street and sat down on a bench in the front garden. "Dear, beloved Charles, I had no idea that one day I would have to write these lines, but everything changed in an instant. Charles, I heard you talking." The man turned pale as he read those words. "And I don't want to be a burden to you. Your mother is right. We can't have anything in common now. I've changed since the accident, and I'll never be the same again. And it's not just my look. I didn't recognize you. I didn't want to believe that I was looking at you, my beloved beauty, my fiancée." The thought gave him a headache. I'd even thought I had made a mistake, and that I was looking at a strange woman. Not you, Monica, whom I adored. The accident had mutilated your lips, your nose, your cheeks. Everything I loved to kiss so much. This face was disgusting. I refused to believe I could see you. I shuddered to imagine having to touch what was once your face. I wouldn't have to deceive you by pretending to love you. You were right to leave without saying goodbye. You were stronger than I was, and it would have been hard for me to tell you all that, but I didn't have to explain." Charles stood up, hesitated for a moment, then tore the letter into small pieces and threw it in the trash. Then he squared his shoulders, took a deep breath, and walked away from the hospital. "Daughter," Betty urged me, "eat. You're starving yourself. You're shut up at home, like a snail in a shell. You can't torture yourself like that. You're burying yourself alive. Shall we go for a walk? You haven't left your room in so long." "I don't want anything, Mom." In a colorless voice, Monica answered. She was lying with her back turned to the wall, wrapped in a blanket. "Maybe I want to die. I can't even show my face on the street with this face, and you're asking me to go out. I should only be in horror movies now." "My dear," Mother secretly wiped away a tear. "You have to live for me. You have arms, legs. You still have a voice after all. Why should I? I'll never be able to go on stage again anyway. I'd rather die than live with the thought that nobody needs me. Don't say that, I need you. We'll figure something out. What about Charles? Why doesn't he call? We broke up." "Broke up how? Why? Did he leave you at a time like this?" "That bastard. I don't want to talk about it. He's gone. Leave me alone, please. You poor thing." Her mother sighed heavily and left the room. "No way." With these words, Betty sat down at the computer. "I'm not going to let you get depressed. There has to be a way out. I'll find a clinic that will help you get back to normal. There you go." After a while, she exclaimed, "There is such a clinic, and here's the name of the doctor. Wow, quite young, and already so famous. Let's see some pictures of patients. He's a real talent. I'll send a picture to Monica and make an appointment." That's it. She pressed the key one last time, satisfied. Now we wait for the call. What if Monica refuses to go? Suddenly the woman was afraid. "She won't go anywhere. I'll persuade her to go. And if she doesn't, I'll make her go. She's not her own enemy." A couple of weeks later, an invitation for a consultation arrived. "Monica." Betty cautiously entered her daughter's room, standing at the window looking out at the street. "I have good news for you." The girl silently turned to her mother. "I've contacted a doctor at a clinic that specializes in complicated cases like yours. They replied today they're expecting you for an appointment in a month." "Why did you do that?" "I'm not going anywhere anyway. I'm ugly now. It's like a stigma. How can you imagine me riding on a train? Do you want me to be in full view of everyone and have people pointing fingers at me?" "Yeah, no one would let me go anywhere. I'm a freak. Don't talk about yourself like that. I won't let anyone insult you. You can't protect me from that. Don't you get it yet? It's, Mommy, if you can do it, then I agreed to go. A few days later, Monica tried on an elegant black mask made of a thin lace veil. It was like a second skin, hiding the scars but contouring the face. There, Betty said, admiring her creation. Now you can only be recognized by your figure, and it's beautiful. The girl stood in front of the mirror and looked at herself. She liked what she saw. Thank you, Mom. I feel more confident now. I'm ready to go to the clinic. Good girl. The woman sighed with relief. There, you will definitely help you. I read the reviews. The doctor works real miracles and will help you. I'm sure that we will not go in vain. A couple of days later, they already had tickets for the train. On the appointed day, they arrived in the city, checked into a hotel, and went to look for the clinic. Good afternoon. Betty approached the receptionist's desk. We have an appointment. Yes. The nurse nodded affirmatively after looking at the computer. Come into the office. The doctor is waiting for you. Monica, shy, entered the office. Hello. The doctor smiled at her. Come in and take off your mask, please. What a great idea to protect yourself from prying eyes. I'll have to adopt it. It was my mom's idea. The girl was embarrassed. The man was handsome, with strong but surprisingly soft hands. Did you come by yourself? Asked the doctor, scrutinizing her face, touching the scars. He flipped through her medical history, shook his head concernedly. No, with my mom. She's waiting in the hallway. That's good. The doctor looked at the patient thoughtfully. Let's call Mom. I understand that she will have to pay for the operation. I don't want to hide anything from you. He spoke as the two women sat down across from him. The case is really complicated. Of course, your surgeon has tried and carefully entered the cuts, but they are deep in some places, so the scars are rough. What should we do? We'd agree to anything, just to restore the face. Monica is a singer. It is very important for her to have a beautiful appearance. Of course, medicine can do a lot of things now, but the treatment is long. It will take more than one operation, and all of them are paid because we are a commercial organization. How much money are we talking about? The man thought, wrote a few lines on a paper and handed it to Betty. She turned pale. Is this the total amount for the treatment? No, the cost of one operation. Your daughter's injuries are too extensive. In fact, we'll have to reshape her face to get her back to her former appearance. It's not an easy task, and it has to be done quickly before the scarring fades. If you agree, we'll make a contract and start the treatment right away. We'll have to think about it. Betty looked at her daughter, desperation in her eyes. We didn't expect to need this kind of money. Think about it. The doctor agreed. You have the phone number, and when you're ready, contact us, but I'd advise you not to take too long. Loss of time will worsen the results of treatment. The women left the clinic upset. We'll never raise that much money. Monica said, especially now that you're working alone. We have to think of something. The mother realized that the money was too much for the family. There are some funds. You could apply to them. I'll find out. We'll put a call out on the internet, ask friends, acquaintances. There are many kind people in the world. They will help our grief. We must pull ourselves together. Let's not give in to despair. Mommy. The girl hugged her mother, then pulled away from her and said firmly, I love you very much, but let's face it. No one will give us such money, and we cannot collect it ourselves until the end of the century. We shouldn't cling to our illusions. What do? We can't give up. There's no water under the stone. Live. Monica answered simply. If I didn't die in that accident, then we'll live. Now that I have this mask, I'll try to find a job. Everything will be fine. Let's go to the hotel. We'll go home tomorrow. Home and walls help. Surrounded by friends and acquaintances, it'll be easier. It'll never be easier for me now. You go ahead. I want to walk around a bit. See what sights there are around here. I need some time alone. I'm sorry, it's been a long day. Yeah, I understand. Don't stay too long. It's a strange city. You don't know what's going on. Okay, Mommy, don't worry. Monica walked through the city with interest, looking at the houses, the old buildings, the churches. Amazing, she thought, looking around. How the architect of the city was able to link the old and the new city, and no one is bothering anyone. What is this? The girl stopped and listened. Was it just me, or is someone really playing? She walked toward the sound. From the open door of an unremarkable cafe, a familiar tune was playing. Monica smiled, her favorite music, and how great the musician was playing. The girl entered the cafe at this hour. There were almost no visitors. As mesmerized, she sat down near the bar. Will you order something? Looking at her mask with interest, the bartender asked, A glass of juice, please. The girl asked, keeping her eyes on the musician who was playing without looking at the keys. His thin fingers softly touched the keys, fluttering lightly, subtly over them. The melody faded, and the man put his hands on his knees, continuing to listen to the fading sounds. Finally, he stood up and took a seat at the bar as well. His blue eyes, framed by thick, long lashes, stared at her unblinkingly. Why are you looking at me like that? The girl flared under his gaze. Didn't anyone ever tell you that it's unseemly to stare at a stranger? I'm sorry. The man was embarrassed and looked away. They were staring at the same point without blinking. I didn't mean to offend you. Don't think anything bad. I assure you, I had no intention of insulting you. He's blind. Leaning toward her, the bartender whispered, I'm sorry. Monica blushed. I didn't know. I'm very embarrassed that I jumped on you. I should be the one apologizing to you. I scared you. I usually stay away from visitors, but you give me such warmth. He was quiet for a moment. What's your name? Monica. I'm Sebastian. I'm very pleased to meet you. He held out his hand, and the girl took it. You have thin fingers and your hand is so delicate. You played very beautifully. She took her hand away gently. There was a look of distress on his face. I came here because I heard the music from afar. Did you like it? The man cheered up. I like to play here. The owner spared no expense and bought a good instrument. It's a pity that there are not so many real music lovers among the visitors. Do you like music? Yes, I do. Monica smiled at the memory. I used to sing in a cafe like this one. Do you sing? Sebastian perked up. How stupid am I? I should have known you had a singing voice. Come on, I want to hear you sing now. He walked confidently toward the instrument. Oh, I'm embarrassed. The girl protested confusedly. You don't know my repertoire. How will you play along with me? You can't see the notes? I'm sorry, I've offended you again. Not at all. Sebastian laughed. You apologize too often. I am used to my position and do not take offense if someone accidentally, awkwardly word hurt me. What will you perform? I don't know. I'm really embarrassed. I'm embarrassed. It's embarrassing to hide my talent. You and I, God gave us the ability to play and sing for people. We have no right to hide it. Sebastian sat down at his instrument and ran across the keys. Start singing. I can pick up the melody. Monica picked up the first notes. She got carried away and didn't notice that the cafe was already full of people. Some of them were even standing, as there were no free tables. The girl looked only at the pianist, reacted to all the changes in his face, and his face spoke more than his eyes. When she sang the third song, the hall exploded with applause. "Thank you." Happy, Monica looked around at the audience. She had never been received like this before. "More," the audience chanted. "Sing more. Good evening." An imposing older man approached the girl. "Your marvelous voice has attracted an unprecedented number of visitors to the cafe. I'm the director of this establishment. I won't go around and around. I'm offering you a job. I'll pay you well. Take it. You have a great duet with Sebastian. You're both very talented. It's a pleasure to have my cafe as a meeting place for you." "Oh, that's impossible." Monica was confused. "I didn't even think about it." "Why not?" "I'll pay well. We don't have any cafes with live music in the city. We'll be the first. We'll make a lot of money. I'm sure no one will offer you more than me. The thing is, I live in another city. I've already got tickets in my pocket, and I'm not likely to ever come back here. Do you have a family?" "No, I live with my mom. Right now she's looking forward to having me back. A prestigious job you'd hate to lose. I lost it in a car accident. So what's there to think about?" The man looked triumphantly at the girl. "You have nothing to lose, and here you have already found admirers of your talent and a job. But me, I can only perform in disguise. No one will reproach you for that. On the contrary, your unusual appearance gives your image a certain mystery and gives one more reason to come to us to look at you. But first of all, people will go for your voice. I've never heard such a thing. I need to consult with my mom. We're just passing through your town. Think about it, but not for long. I'll see you tomorrow night to sign a cooperation agreement." "Monica, say yes." Sebastian stood up from behind his instrument. "We'll make a great team. I just met a worthy partner, and I don't want to lose you immediately." The man found her hand and squeezed it. "I can't give you an answer right away. I have obligations to my mom." Guiltily said the girl. "Promise me you'll think carefully." The girl warmly said goodbye to her new acquaintance and hurried to the hotel. "Daughter, at last. I've been worried sick." Betty met her daughter right at the threshold, as if she was standing at the door, waiting for her to enter the room. "Where have you been so long? I thought you were lost or something." "Mommy." Monica hugged her mother and spun her around. "Do you have no idea what has happened to me in these few hours? I'm staying here." "What? What do you mean you're staying here?" No, I don't want to hear anything." The woman protested. "We're leaving here tomorrow. There's nothing to keep us here. I'm not going anywhere. I've been offered a job." "What kind of job?" "I'll sing in a cafe." "But you can sing in our town. Why stay here?" "There are strangers around." "That's what I wanted to tell you." "I met a man." "Yeah, when did you meet him?" "Now, Mom, he plays so well you can hear it. He's so handsome, so kind, so gentle. I can't believe it. When did you see all these qualities in him?" "Sometimes it only takes a minute to realize that he's the one for you. Now I know for sure that love at first sight is real. He's like that." She hugged her mother. "I'll introduce you to him. Sebastian is a wonderful person. Staying in a strange city among strangers." The mother got out of her daughter's embrace. "That's not what you're doing." "Mommy, I'm an adult, and I can already manage my own life. I have nothing to lose. I was abandoned by the man I love, fired from my old job. I have nothing to hold me back. And here in this city, I can start from scratch. What about me?" There were tears in Betty's eyes. You haven't thought at all about what's going to happen to me. You don't need me anymore. No, of course I do. Sweet, dear Mommy, I'm so grateful for your support. I promise I'll come as soon as I have any free moment and you'll come to me. I will never stop loving you, Mommy. You've done so much for me. Her daughter hugged her. But now I want to take care of you myself. This is my chance to try to be happy. And this man you speak of, how did he feel about your looks? Mom, Monica confessed. He's blind. He doesn't see me, and to everyone else my face is hidden under the mask you sewed. No one here knows of my misfortune. They are only interested in my voice. You should see the way I've been received. I feel needed again. Well, my dear daughter, you really have a right to your life. I won't hold you back. What's most important to a mother is that her child be happy. Thank you, Mommy. You must have really found yourself. I haven't seen the sparkle in your eyes in a long time. It's the selfishness of parenthood and the desire to protect my child from adversity. Mommy, you're the only reason I'm alive. You're the best mom in the world. The next day, Monica saw her mother off and went to the store. She had to find a concert dress. This dress suits you very well. The sales clerk looked at her with admiration. It fits you perfectly. It emphasizes your figure. I also need shoes. High-heeled shoes came right away. Let me offer you this pearl necklace. It will bring a touch of freshness to your dark color scheme. Thank you. Critically examining herself in the mirror, the girl said, I like it. The only thing missing is gloves. She showed her scarred hands. The sales clerk looked at them fearfully and pulled out long lace gloves. You'll be irresistible in this outfit. She remarked. Back at the inn, Monica changed her clothes, styling her thick, dark hair. She stood for a moment, critically assessing herself in the mirror. Now I'm a real artist. The girl smiled at her reflection. I thought life was over after the accident. I condemned myself, but all is not lost. Sebastian was playing something, sitting at the piano, but as soon as the girl entered the cafe, he immediately raised his head. Monica? He rejoiced. You haven't left. How did you know that I entered? She wondered. I felt your presence. So you're staying? Yes, I've decided to stay. She walked over to him and stopped beside the instrument. I'm very glad. The man held out his hand. Monica shook it. Sebastian brought it to his lips and kissed it. Your hands smell minty. It's the cream. Monica was embarrassed. She was embarrassed by his blatant attention, though she enjoyed being near him. You know you can tell a lot about a person by their smell. What can you tell about me? The girl laughed. You are a calm, gentle person, absolutely not conflicted, and now mint helps you cope with depression, am I right? Right. Monica raised her eyebrows in surprise. How do you know all this? If a person loses a feeling, he immediately gains other possibilities. We'll come back to our conversation, but now let's not disappoint the visitors. They've been waiting for you to sing something for a long time. He picked up the first notes and Monica sang. Her voice sounded tentative at first, but then grew stronger. She didn't look at the audience, she looked at Sebastian, mesmerized by his playing. His face shone, the look in his sightless eyes mesmerizing. The girl felt his silent support. He listened to her voice, and his expression gradually changed. At first it was tense, he was worried about her. Then the tension subsided, and he calmed down, rejoicing in her success. Bravo! The visitors shouted. When the last sounds of the piano died down, they applauded and laughed. Someone handed flowers to the happy Monica, and she kept her eyes on her new acquaintance, a peaceful smile on his face. Monica, you have a real talent. admired the cafe director. "I'm lucky you stopped by. You should be on the big stage. I like chamber concerts." The girl smiled modestly. "I don't seek publicity. I'm not asking." He whispered in her ear, "Why are you in a mask? But people are lost in speculation, trying to find out your secret." "Can I not explain anything?" she asked. "This subject is too painful for me." All right, but is there anything I can do for you?" "I'm staying at a hotel where I can get a place to stay. I have just the perfect place for you." The director was pleased. "My sister rents out a room. I think I can make a deal with her. I'm sure she'll meet you and lower the price. You'll be comfortable there, especially since the house isn't far from the cafe." "Oh, that would be wonderful. Thank you very much. Your workday is at an end. We'll go to the hotel now, and then I'll take you to the apartment, show you around, and help you get settled." Monica said a warm goodbye to Sebastian and went to pack her things. "Daughter," Betty called her every night. "I'm very worried. How are you doing alone? Are you being abused? And the apartment you're living in?" "I'm fine." The girl assured her mother, "I like working here. People are helpful, so well received. At work I forget about my problem. How are you feeling? You haven't eaten anything at home, only cried, and there are no friends or acquaintances there. Take care of yourself, my dear. I have music." Monica answered simply, "I don't feel inferior anymore. My gigs are waiting. I like this life. I've accepted the fact that I'll have to wear a mask for the rest of my life. You know, there's an upside to that. No one can see my face, and I can observe everyone unobstructed. I'd assure you, it's fascinating. And how's your new acquaintance?" "Sebastian?" Monica blushed. "I think fate brought us together in the city, in this cafe. He and I are on the same wavelength, musically. We don't even need to talk. Everything becomes clear when he plays and I sing. Our hearts beat in unison. And yet I'm still a little uneasy. You don't know anything about him. You have nothing to worry about. Neither he nor I talk about our past. I guess it's not time yet. We're just good together. You don't think about Charles at all?" "No, I'm over that pain, and it's a good thing we broke up, because otherwise I never would have met Sebastian. He means a lot to me." After these conversations, Monica couldn't sleep for a long time. She lay in the dark and remembered the light, casual touch of Sebastian's hand, the warm smile he gave her when he sensed that she was upset about something. And yet she was desperate to know what had happened to Sebastian, what had caused him to go blind. "Monica?" Sebastian suggested to her one day when the customers had already left. "Why don't we go for a walk? It's such a lovely evening. It's a shame to go home." "I agree. I don't want to go back to my cramped room either." They walked in silence, each thinking about something else. "Sebastian?" A girl broke the silence. "What did you do before? You wouldn't believe it." He grinned bitterly. "An accountant." "An accountant?" The girl was amazed. "But you play so well. I thought you had a conservatory behind you." "When I was a kid, I went to an ordinary music school. I really liked playing the piano. Whenever I had a free minute, I'd sit down at the instrument and play from memory. You know, there are people who can type blindly without looking at the keyboard, and that's how I learned to play. I don't need notes. I have a good musical memory. If it weren't for that, I'd be long gone by now." The man was silent, as if realizing that he had spoken. His lips were tightly pressed together, and his cheekbones were set. Monica remained silent, afraid to break the moment of candor, and waiting for Sebastian to continue his confession, and she was not mistaken. "I had a fiancé." He grinned bitterly. "We dated for a long time, and then I decided to propose to her. I don't know what always stopped me from taking that step. Maybe a sixth sense? He grinned again. It warned you of trouble. She was very pretty. She liked attention from men, dressed flashy, bright, even provocative. I had to rescue her from her obsessive admirers. I'd even asked her to dress more modestly, but she laughed at me, saying that I am possessive, and she wants to stand out from the crowd, that she will still have time to play a modest woman mystery when there will be children. She wouldn't listen to anything, preferring to show everything that nature had bestowed on her. Did you love her very much? Madly, even with her antics. The wedding preparations were in full swing. We were both over the moon and looking forward to it. Why didn't I insist that night that she change her outfit? He stopped talking again. What happened? Monica asked. That night we left the restaurant and some thugs followed us. My fiancée took the liberty of flirting with them, she always did. She liked to drive men crazy. She enjoyed feeling power over them. Wasn't your attention enough for her? She liked to tickle my nerves. He smiled wryly, said it made me more passionate. And what happened next? Random admirers decided they could invite her to continue the evening. I naturally tried to explain to them that they had misunderstood her behavior and she wasn't going anywhere with them. They were drunk, of course. Yes, a fight ensued. While I was dealing with two of them, the third one came up behind me and hit me on the head with something heavy. I woke up in the hospital in total darkness. The doctors were hopeful at first that my eyesight would return. I waited for a month, but alas, no miracle. The diagnosis was total blindness. What about your fiancée? Fiancée? She left me the day she heard the doctor's verdict. Disabled, she didn't need me anymore. I had to quit my job. I didn't know where to put myself. All the doors closed in front of me. They offered only low-paid positions. I did not accept. I needed money for rehabilitation and treatment. All my searches were in vain. And that's when you took the job at this cafe? Yes, I heard one of the customers playing a tune, sat down at the instrument and played. The owner offered me a job, so I took it. The pay is good, and sometimes the customers tip well. I like what I do. Sebastian and Monica stopped by a street lamp that lit their faces well. But lately, I've been flying instead of going to work. The man confessed, looking at the girl point blank, as he had when they first met. It even seemed to her that he could see her. I am happy that you once accidentally heard me play. I think I was playing especially for you, so that my music would lead you to me. He touched his hand to the mask, a look of bewilderment on his face. Sebastian carefully removed it. Don't. Monica protested. You won't like what's under the mask, but the man took her face in his hands and kissed her lightly, then ran his hand over her skin, felt the scars, and turned pale. I knew I would disgust you. Tears showed in the girl's eyes. One rolled down her mangled cheek. No. He ran his thumb gently over her skin, wiping away the tears. I don't know what happened to you. I can't see your face, but I can feel your soul. Remember I said that nature takes one thing from a man and gives him another. I fell in love with you like a boy the first minute I heard your voice, and then I realized that you are an amazingly delicate and vulnerable person, and as lonely as I am. Yes, I lost my sight, but in return I received a real gift from God to meet you, and now I can't imagine life without you. Do you believe me? Sebastian looked at her without pity, without fear. In his eyes there was only love. He pressed her to him and kissed her, and she reciprocated. Can you hear the music in my heart? Yes. Barely audible, Monica whispered. She was unusually excited by the kiss. It seemed to her that for a moment they were both lifted off the ground. So strong, so vivid was their mutual feeling. My heart is singing for you, only you will hear it. I couldn't even imagine that one could fall in love like this. Now there is something to live for. I'm happy, and I'm happy. They stood hugging each other for a long time. Monica hid her face on his chest, feeling protected. They felt good together. They had each other now. Son, Barbara announced joyfully, I've found you a bride. It's a great match. I've always dreamed of such a daughter-in-law. Mom, Charles wrinkled his nose. He was tired of the brides his mother offered him. I'm not getting married yet. Why not? Are you still hung up on that Monica? I thought you were done with your ugly fiancé? Don't start, Mom. The man wrinkled his nose. I've turned over a new leaf in my life. Good for you. Tomorrow Kelly has agreed to come and visit us. You'll see she'll be a wonderful wife to you. You'd be kind enough to be hospitable. I hope you'll listen to what I have to say. Take a good look at her. You know Mom never gives you bad advice. The next evening, a rich table was set in anticipation of the guest. Go open the door, Mother said when she heard the bell ring. Hello. On the threshold stood a gorgeous blonde with high, firm breasts. Blue eyes looked appraising. Plump lips opened invitingly in anticipation of a kiss. Hello. A dumbfounded Charles backed away, letting the beauty into the apartment. Kelly, Barbara sang. We've been waiting for you. Come in, darling. Ignoring the oath, he had forgotten how to court women. Have a seat at the table. Charles, she looked sternly at her son. Pour us each a glass of wine. I suggest we drink to the meeting. The evening flew by. The young woman was talkative and well-read. Charles kept his eyes on her. Only sometimes a shadow came over his face when the image of Monica involuntarily appeared in his memory. Kelly was the complete opposite of her. She had none of Monica's modesty, refinement, or malleability. He pondered, looking at the girl. But she's so damn attractive and uninhibited, and I like that. Well, what do you say, son? Cleaning up the table, Barbara asked. I told you that she is a very nice girl, not like that bride of yours, who is not ashamed to go out with her. And she's beautiful, smart, and can hold a conversation. You couldn't find a better wife. Why don't you say something? I noticed right away that you had your eye on her. I won't deny the obvious, Charles sighed. I liked her. Good. My mother rejoiced. Don't delay, meet her again, and then propose. Don't hesitate. You're not a boy anymore. You are both people established, and there and soon have children. She sobbed. Will I really live to see my grandchildren? Finally, my heart will calm down. You've made me happy, son. You've made me happy. 3 months later, Kelly was wearing a wedding ring on her ring finger. Barbara loved her daughter-in-law. Look at the cream Kelly gave me, son, she bragged. Her face was as soft as a baby's. Charles, she was indignant after a while. Kelly complains that you don't want to go on vacation with her, says you don't pay any attention to her. I'd love to go, sarcastically responded to the mother's remark, the man. If your Kelly would learn to save a little, and then I do not have time to earn money, and she lets them go for all sorts of nonsense. You two go together. I see you two are getting along well. I'm grateful. Your wife makes your home cozy, and you're always dissatisfied with her. Look how nice your place is now. She's the only thing that makes you look like a decent man. What do you miss? She complained about me. No, really? I can see how you feel about her. Don't you realize your coldness hurts your wife? Don't interfere in our relationship. The man lost his temper. We'll work it out ourselves. Son, how do you talk to your mother? I'm sorry, Mom, but you're always telling me how to live my life. I'm not a little boy anymore. This is my family and my wife. We'll work out our own problems. Frustrated, Charles came home. What's your problem? He went off on his wife. I work like an ox so that you can visit beauty salons and expensive clothes stores, and you complain to your mother that I don't pay enough attention to you. Why don't you tell her why I'm hardly ever home? Why do you resent me, dear? Kelly spoke peacefully, kissing her husband. He pushed her away. You? How rude are you? Nothing terrible happened, just to talk about the fact that you are rarely at home. Think, offended. You don't know why I've been missing work. Because I don't have time to rest. I have to work and work to pay your endless bills, your massages, your manicures. Damn them all. You didn't spare any money for me. The woman was ready to use her main weapon, tears. When I persuaded you to marry you, said you loved you, gave you gifts, and swore fidelity. Yes, I thought I was in love with you, but now I realize I made a big mistake. I rushed into marriage so my mom wouldn't bother me anymore. It's her choice. You two are both bugging me. You've drunk all my blood. You can't get enough. Oh, is that how you talk? Kelly cried. So get out of the house. I'd rather sleep at work than live under the same roof with a hysteric like you. Go away, she shouted after him. Nobody's going to cry. Charles ran out of the house, slamming the door in his heart. He walked through town thinking, why did I listen to my mother? I don't love my wife. I'm a miserable man. At least I can be honest with myself. I still love Monica. I can't forget her. Where is she now? Since that memorable day when I lost sight of her, so much water has passed. Her phone is silent. What about her? How's she doing? I'm still tormented by the guilt I feel for her. He walked on, unable to see anyone around him. Suddenly, Charles stopped, listened. What the hell? A long-forgotten warm feeling stirred in his heart, remembering something dear, native. Who is it singing? The man rushed to the sound of the marvelous voice, afraid that now the song would fall silent and he would not be able to find the singer. Charles literally ran into the cafe and froze. Monica was standing at the microphone. Her face was hidden by a mask, but her voice, her figure, he would have recognized her even in the crowd. The patrons applauded as the last sounds of music died down. Monica. Charles stepped toward his former lover. I was looking for you, but I didn't expect to find you here. Your voice brought me here. Hello, Charles. The woman spoke calmly. Why were you looking for me? I missed you. Have you forgotten me? Even if I wanted to forget, I couldn't. She grinned. My face reminds me of you every morning and evening. The rest of the time, I hide behind a mask and am quite content with my life. Why did you come here? You have the right to reproach me. I admit I was mean to you then, but it's never too late to make things right. I want you to come back to me. I've changed, but I still love you. Please, I'm sorry. Can we start over? It's too late. I've changed too. I've learned to see the falseness in people. Have you forgotten how good we were together? I can't live without you. Can't live without you so much that you got married. She nodded at her wedding ring. This marriage means nothing to me. He hurriedly took off the ring and carefully put it in his pocket. I still remember our meetings, our kisses. I don't love Kelly, but I love my husband, and I'm not going to change a thing. If you'd come back when I needed you most, when I didn't want to live, then we could have been happy again, but you chickened out, hid under your mom's skirt. Yes, I made a cruel mistake, I admit it, but you have to understand me. I was scared. Forgive me, I was a fool. I didn't realize what a treasure I'd lost. Only now I realize how much you meant to me. You have the right to hate me, I'll bear it. Just don't send me away. I forgave you long ago." Monica looked at her former lover with pity. "And I don't hate you. Strangely enough, I'm even grateful because the ordeal has made me strong. Then give me a chance, please. We can try to be happy." "I am already happy," answered Monica. "I have a caring husband, and we are expecting a child." Charles only now noticed the rounded belly of his former lover. He stood silently and watched as Monica returned to the microphone. A melody played, and the woman sang. The man saw how lovingly she looked at the musician and realized that he had lost her forever. Charles turned around and walked down the street. He was returning to his home, and a song about love, loyalty, and happiness gained was singing after him.